When we think of best American film directors, Steven Soderbergh deserves to be on that list. The man is an auteur at its purest form, having his hands in writing, editing, cinematography, on top of his directing duties. His debut, Sex, Lies, and Videotape, earned him the Palme d'Or, the youngest director to have ever achieved such an accolade. His movies never feel the same because he does a lot of experimenting behind the camera. This is the man that has done indie hits like Sex, Lies, and Videotape, turned Ocean's 11 into a franchise, done prestige work like Aaron Brockovich in Traffic, which the latter earned him a Best Director award, has made crowd favorites like Magic Mike. His recent string of movies like Magic Mike's Last Dance and Presence had a lot left to be desired. But then I saw the trailer for Black Bag, a movie where George, played by Michael Fassbender, is assigned to investigate and find a traitor amongst them, which might include his wife Catherine, played by Cate Blanchett. This was the first 5-star movie I gave in 2025. In a world where a lot of studio heads have a mandate to connect with the lowest common denominator, Soderbergh, along with writer David Koepp, treats their audiences like adults. Nothing is force-fed to the audience, and engaging with the characters will ultimately pay off in tenfold. The movie was sleek, sexy, and entertaining. The chemistry between Fassbender and Blanchett is worth the price of admission alone. This is a spy thriller in the truest sense of finding out the rat through the characters and their interactions. It's a movie that easily could have replaced the conversations with gunplay, but that's the beauty of this movie. The gunplay is the back and forth between the characters, especially with George trying to decipher what is truth and what is deception. Yet, the community doesn't necessarily agree with me. With over 355,000 in ratings, it falls at 3.4 stars, with 56% of the ratings falling anywhere between 3.5 to 4. Cinema Personified, a mutual and someone everyone should follow on all socials, has this to say about the movie. Overall, a decent spy thriller that is carried by its performances, but the poorly explained conflict, incredibly fast pacing, and short runtime really hold this movie back from being memorable. I would have enjoyed this movie a lot more if there were subtitles because I couldn't understand what they were saying half the time. I can see the sentiment in some of their points, yet I'll tell you that the 90-minute running time is what makes this movie great. In this day and age, directors and filmmakers alike sometimes abuse the running time. Certain movies might need the 2.5 mark. Maybe. But there are movies where it shouldn't have been over 2 hours long. So for Soderbergh and company to do this movie in 90 minutes, every frame matters, every word matters, every action mattered, and I felt it from beginning to end. The conversations were verbal back and forth that kept me highly engaged. It's a movie that didn't telegraph the ending, as I was genuinely shocked and satisfied how everything wrapped up. I think the consensus is that this movie is fun, but hardly a top tier movie for 2025. That's where I beg to differ, and you should be rushing to see this movie first chance you get.
What's on the menu?
Fun and games.